Hi all, hi all. It's the 23rd of December, so it's nearly the holiday time. Um, I'm at home and I've been at home for about a week. I was in the Battersea Park Clinic from the 10th to the 13th of December. Did a whole lot of treatments then, as I mentioned on the last video, but I said I would update you because I've been to the hospital to see the oncologist to get the results of my scans and my bloods, and so I'm just updating you what situation is at the moment. So yeah, when I went in to see the oncologist, she actually, the first thing she said to me was, Katie, what you are doing is working. And that was quite a surprise because although she's been very supportive of me, she hasn't really been positive about anything I've been doing naturally, because obviously she doesn't really believe that there's a natural way. So to say what you're doing is working was quite interesting. So we took that to maybe mean that there's a reduction, so we waited eagerly, and but actually there hasn't been any reduction. So that was a bit of a surprise, because obviously the photos appear to show some reduction. So she said it's all stable. Again, nothing has grown and nothing has metastasized anywhere else, and that by now she would have expected it to be in the cancer to be in other organs, and the tumor to be bigger, and to be stage 4 by now, which ultimately means that she can't really help me as much as she would have been able to be in stage 3. And that's what she expected to have happened by this time down the line. And that hasn't happened. So that's what she meant by what you were doing is working. So however, so that's good, because if she'd have said that it was much bigger in size and it had gone to my liver or other organs or whatever, that would not have been good. So it's good news that it's stable again. So I've been able to keep on top of it and stabilize it for this again period of time. But of course we wanted to see a reduction, and we thought there would be a reduction, and so we are very positive still and very happy that it has not spread anymore anywhere, and it hasn't got any bigger. But we are a little bit disappointed, obviously, that there's not a reduction. And I spoke to Alistair, the director of the clinic, Battersea Park Clinic, of course, who's very surprised that there's no reduction, because there appeared to be a reduction in the pictures. So I don't know. And of course he's never had anybody who has not had an improvement, really, he tells me. So it's baffling, to say the least. Baffling, to say the least. So at this moment in time, that's where we are. And so something we're doing is right, but we've got to replan, regroup, replan, probably have a chat, meet with Alistair and find out where we go from here. So he has some other ideas, and I and my husband Kevin, we've got some other ideas, and we're gonna up some treatments and add in some more things and have a think about how we're going to do that. Now, I'm going to have scans in 6 months again. The oncologist asked me when I would like to have them, and I know they like to do them every 3 or 4 months or so. But I can change that. I can make that sooner if I feel I need to. And I think what we'll decide on a plan, and going forward I might change that to 3 months, and we just might go really go for it with different some different protocols, and see if we can just, you know, how can we say it, find some kind of turning point where we can just trigger this to reduce. If I hadn't have been doing all this relentless treatments at the clinic and so forth, at the clinic and everything, of course I more than likely wouldn't be in this position. It would more than likely have well, potentially could have gone everywhere, couldn't it, in different organs, and or certainly or worse, or certainly been a lot worse. So that's the situation at the minute. And I had some good news though, just a couple of days ago. You know, I sent off my swab test for vaginal swab test to be tested for the HPV, because you know the HPV is quite important in all of this. They believe that the HPV with lower down cancers in the body is the cause of cancer. So obviously I've been doing lots of different treatments. I've been taking remedies and doing treatments at the clinic to try and get rid of the HPV, which the medics say opinion is that you can't get rid of the type of HPV that I've got, which I clarified with the oncologist, and that was type 16. So 16 and 18 you have with cancer, and it don't just go away apparently, and so they don't have a way to treat it. And so I've been doing it with homeopathic remedies, with different supplements, and with treatments at the clinic, Battersea Park Clinic. So yeah, sent this test away, and it's just come back, and it's all it lists down all of the types of HPV. There's a lot of different types of HPV, and it's got 16 and 18 on there as well, and it's all clear, all negative. So as far as that test is concerned, I don't have HPV anymore, which is unheard of. So that is just, so we are so pleased and happy about that. Spoke to Alistair, he says that's just great, amazing, and because obviously he wants to help people with lower cancers as much as possible. So we've been able to clear the HPV, it looks like, and maybe it's the HPV that is actually holding this reduction back. So now we know that I don't have it, and we continue for the next 3 months, relentless again, adding different treatments in, other treatments, extra additional treatments. Maybe we can just, you know, tip it over the edge and get it to reduce. So that's just amazing news, really. I mean, we've managed to get rid of a HPV in my body that's the cause of the cancer, and so yeah, that's just really great. So we're really pleased about that in the last few days. So that's where we are at the moment, and at the clinic at the end of this week. We'll be between Christmas and New Year again, and then after New Year, and then I'll update you how I got on with all of that. And want to thank you. We've reached 8,500 in the GoFundMe target. That's absolutely amazing, and I can only thank you all so very, very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And please share my link if you can, and if you can donate any small amount, I'd be truly grateful. And I've just got to say, what a journey this has all been, and thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for helping me have raised all this money. And it's only thanks to you that I've been able to go to this amazing clinic, and it's certainly been relentless journey, and on it goes. But I've got to say to you that we've got some positive news here, and me and my husband Kevin, we are positive going forward, and we will continue on this path. And we are aiming to get reduction, and we will. And I want to thank you so very much. So I'll speak to you next time. Have a lovely, restful holiday time, and when I speak to you again, you'd have had a great holiday, and it'll be 2026. Can you believe? And yeah, we're all gonna have a better year. And thank you so very much for supporting me. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you all.